What's up, guys, and welcome back to Around the Grounds, your go-to place for all Premier League action. My name is Bobby Robinson, or for everyone on socials who know me as CRG Bear. And today we're just going to hop straight into the matches on a weekend recap, kind of go over some little thoughts on how this league is going to turn out, because we are at basically the break of the end of the season right now. So, everything is, chaotic. We're seeing matches unfold that we wasn't really expecting. So we're just going to hop straight into this weekend. At first, we're going to go with at the top of the order. I'm obviously going to have to speak about him. I'd rather speak about him early because I'm disappointed. But Arsenal versus Everton. Everton hosted us at Goodison Park, and everything looked well, in my personal opinion. I felt like the boys came out ready to play. We was being able to shoot and score clinically off into that, giving us the lead. Ultimately, I felt like we continued to play good ball, but I also feel like we relied too much on our youngsters. Our youngsters don't have a lot of experience, and don't get me wrong, Miles Skelly, him being called up to England and him being a huge pivotal on Arsenal is huge, but I honestly feel like he is still very new to be consistently putting him in our lineup. Definitely coming off the bench or coming off getting some sub time, but putting him as a starter is just not ideal. And the mistake and the error that occurred, which caused us a penalty, which Everton was able to easily capitalize on, equalizing, is not ideal. You take that penalty away, I don't think Arsenal loses this game. And that just goes without saying on, the next team I'm getting ready to speak about. But you take that penalty out, Arsenal gains 3 points while the team, the league leaders, drops points, which I'm going to go over and switch over now and speak about that game in particular, which was Fulham versus Liverpool. Title race? No. Liverpool's still 11 points ahead of Arsenal, mainly because Arsenal will draw their game to Fulham, but not Fulham, Everton. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to consistency with Arsenal. I feel like, and I'm going to continue to repeat it, just to go back to them, we don't have a number 9. We don't have, you look at Arsenal stats, we don't have anyone over 10 goals per season. That's sad. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean we're a bad team. We get our goals collectively. But I'm just saying, we don't have anyone truly threatening in front of net, which is ideal. We're getting our goals based off of unrealistic circumstances, corner kicks, things of that nature, which is fine if that's how we're winning our games. But it's just we're not doing it in a traditional fashion, and it continues to be a repetitive thing. Mikel Arteta will go off into the transfer window and shop all these midfielders and these defenders, which is great, but we truly have not shopped for a striker in quite a long time. Gabriel Jesus is in and out. The only potential that we had as a forward, we gave up last year to Crystal Palace, which was Eddie Nketiah, which I was a huge fan of. Eddie Nketiah, he gave good promise. We also gave away Aaron Smith-Roy. We gave him off as well. So it was just we gave away our potential, counting on Jesus to be healthy throughout the entire stretch. And then obviously we still have Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz, yes, he's leading our goal scoring at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, but at the same time, he's not productive. By far, we haven't seen Kai Havertz productive since he left Chelsea. And I'm just going to be completely transparent on that. So, I don't want to go too much. I'm going to go run over, like I said, recap on the rest of the games, which we're going to go ahead and go with Tottenham and Southampton, which Spurs end up recording a 3-1 victory over them, which wasn't anything unexpected. And obviously with things being a little bit more dramatic and things changing out the way it has been, that bottom of that regulation board is looking kind of crazy. You did see some things play out like Man City, Man United, things of that nature, but I'm not going to go too much into that. I have a different video that I'm going to talk about on that a little bit more. But as stated, guys, something just to keep in mind, just for future references, is that in my opinion, and this is coming from a true Arsenal, ride or die Arsenal fan, I bleed this badge type feel, we lost it. Again, by far. Like, I don't see Liverpool choking 11 points. With how many games is left, that means they dang near have to either draw or lose the rest of the season. I just don't see that happening right now. Now, them losing to Fulham, that's a start, but we should have won our game against Everton. Like, the mistake, like, it's probably going to eat that youngster up, but that mistake is there. Miles Lewis-Skelly making that tackle into the box, giving that spot-up kick was unnecessary. Mind you, I do feel like David Raya was on his line a bit. Like, he was way off his line, and he was way predicted. Like, if you've seen the penalty shootout, it was not pretty. But at the same time, like, at the end of the season, we're going to look at who was productive, and we're going to need to shop for a striker. We're going to need to shop for a healthy striker. Victor Oshimi, I probably botched his name. I'm just going to say Victor. He's an option, right? He's an option. You know, we've been talking about that hugely. You know what I mean? There's different markets for strikers right now. We just need to go look. And I'm not saying nothing about Jesus. Jesus is great if we could get a full healthy season. But every time he gives us 3 to 4 good weeks, he comes in on the December stretch and bangs goals, but gets injured. And I feel like injuries have riddled our season. 11 points down. I don't see us coming back from this unless Liverpool decides they're going to be playing second-hand guys. Mo Salah decides to shave his hair and doesn't score any goals the rest of the season. I don't know. Unless something drastic happens to where they just lose complete fool and they decide to sub Alisson Becker out, I don't see them losing too many games for the rest of the season. I just don't see that happening. So, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sorry getting this video out a little bit late. I know I didn't go over a few other teams. I felt like I'm wanting to key in on more importance, and I'm trying to make sure our videos aren't too long and I'm not just ranting about BS. I am going to cover Man City and Manchester United personally in their own separate video because I got a lot to say about both managers, and I feel like I can go on rants for days about Pep as well as the new manager over at Man United, Ruben. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of content. Make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned to all Around the Grounds coverage, guys. We are live throughout the week. Make sure you go check out The Cross on Wednesdays, as well as our new show, Pucks Over Plates, on Fridays. Now, the Tip-Off series is going to be halted until the playoff season, and we most not likely see the Tip-Off season until next NBA season, guys. But just know we're going to be back for the playoff season. I'm just preparing things. I appreciate everyone staying tuned. It's your boy, Bear. I'll see you guys later. Peace.